What is your name?
Janelle Rowena Glass.
And what are you running for?
I'm running for State Representative District 11 here in Henderson, Kentucky.
What does a state representative do?
A state representative is part of the legislative branch of Kentucky, similar to a congress member or a senator. A representative can vote and they can debate and they can present laws. They are there to help the people in the community when it comes to infrastructure, education, healthcare, insurance, and making sure that we are regulating those laws that help us with workers' comp or if there's injuries or if you're dealing with something in the community that will help build up the community.
What is the most single urgent issue facing families in District 11 today?
Wow. Okay. I will have to. There's a lot. There's a lot. So let me think. The single most urgent issue is $3,001,000 missing from Seek money. So that means that for every public school, two teachers' jobs are eliminated, which means it's harder for teachers who are strapped to have that assistance and that help to cover classes to make sure that the students are regulated, educated, and being able to learn. They need as much resources as possible. Without that money, we're talking about a huge failure to our next generation of leadership and leaders in this community. We need them to be educated. There's a competitive global market here in Kentucky. And so we're talking about entrepreneurs, we're talking about future farmers, we're talking about future teachers, coaches, we're talking about construction workers, we're talking about our future nurses, our future doctors, you name it. We need to invest and reinvest in our children. Without that money, we are leaving them high and dry with no source of help, no source of education, no source of, not even a sense of themselves. So I want us to reinvest in education, in our teachers, in our students, because they need it, we need it really badly. And that is just, I can't imagine $3,001,000 just,
Lord.
yes, exactly, not being there for our kids.
Your top issues when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to helping the people of District 11.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see. There is one that is based on OSHA, and that is making sure that they keep the regulation of those who are using chemicals, whether they are farmers, whether they are health providers, those who work in pharmaceuticals, that they are the guidelines and the regulations are helping the people. So say that you are a nurse or you're a pharmacist, right? And you are helping a patient with chemotherapy. You're dealing with chemicals that can harm and hurt you and everybody else that's helping that patient. You do not want um, the state government to say, it's okay. We could go by the standards of federal. Federal might not hit where state is when it comes to making sure that not only is the patient taken care of with those chemicals, but you are. It could cause injury, it could cause damage, and it could cause death. So you're talking about lawsuits. You're talking about um, problems on the work in the workplace. Even with construction workers, even if you're a secretary, even if you work at a grocery store, you want to know, okay, what I am using is safe. What I'm using will not harm me, and you don't want someone to you don't want any of your representatives, I'm not accusing anybody of saying, oh, well, it's too bad. No, you want to make sure that your people are safe. Another thing is wages. Our wages are very stagnant. We need to have the opportunity to have small businesses keep their doors open. So you're talking about maybe a place that opens at 9 and then they close at 4:30. Well, what time do people come home from work, especially if they drive across the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
if they're in the neighboring city of Morganfield, Owensboro, and there's a specialty shop that you want to go to and their doors are closed and you're
Right.
looking for a gift during the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
during a birthday,
Yeah,
and
baby shower.
baby shower,
Mm-hmm.
wedding showers.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to extend those doors and those opportunities for our
Right.
small businesses. So those are some of the things that concern me. Our farmers and those who rent farms to be able
Mm-hmm.
to not to worry about land grab or grabbing their land, taking away from family farms. That could be data centers, that could be corporate farms that do not
Mm-hmm.
follow the regulations of the FDA. So we want to make sure that they still have their family farms and
Mm-hmm.
that people are eating fresh fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
So those are a few things. I could go on, but I won't do that.
Janelle,
Yes, ma'am.
will you tell us what you would like District 11, the people of District 11, to know about you?
Okay. I am an alumni of Henderson County High School and an alumni of Henderson Community College. I was their
Mm-hmm.
homecoming princess. I was in various activities. I have my associates, my bachelor's, and my master's.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I am a daughter of the soil, which means that my dad was part of the integration of 7th Street. He went on to Barrett, and then he went on to City High School, where he graduated in 65.
Mm-hmm.
I represented both my maternal state of Indiana and my paternal state of Kentucky as a delegate, which
Mm-hmm.
allows us to strategize, to talk to the people, and to get to know the people, and to select those representatives who got the opportunity to move on to their elections. I won precinct captainship in Indiana, where we had to get out the vote and listen to the people's concerns. One of the things I want everybody to understand about me when I say no job is too small or too large. Any place in any industry, and usually they're consistent with education and retail, customer service, and healthcare, is when I get to know a company and a place, which is part of my organizational communication skills, that allows me to research and understand what works and what doesn't work. It allows me to take on and understand and observe like a little sponge, like, okay, this helps, this works out. If OSHA's not there, then how is this going to help the people? If the funding is not there, how is this going to keep the people retain and keep
Right.
those very, very important, very talented people in your industry? I also want to say that I miss places like D&M. I miss their chest pies, and I miss those small businesses that we are letting them just close their doors and be non-existent. And I want to see those return because that attracts larger business. So I want Henderson people to know, when I say real people, real voices, I see you, I hear you, and I want to stand for you. Thank you.